we are back with another episode of Rat Rumble. This is number 5. We got one more until Rat Rumble's finished. And we got a lot of cool stuff to show off. So we've got pretty much everything built. We just need to cram it all together in an actual game, which has been what we've been trying to work on and what we got for next time too. We have a lot of new concept stuff, which you might already see right there. I'm going to put up a thing on the screen because that's not super clear of all the different concept stuff we got through this time. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty crazy. We've got kind of a full game. The level isn't entirely built, but it is getting there, and it's the only thing left to do is literally just put all the pieces together. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm just going to play through it and just talk about what's new. So yeah, I'm going to just jump into that. Okay, so this is the new level. You gotta crouch immediately. Teaches the player crouching if they don't know crouching. And then there's rats to sort of practice and get a sense of how the game works behind bars, so it's a nice little tutorial area. You'll also notice that what I just showed you, there's little particle effects. So when they're hurt, and these bars are pretty horrible right now, unfortunately. When they're hurt, they bleed, and when they are killed, they have a little dust effect. I have a very specific path. I'm going to go through these tunnels right now, because there's only a very specific set of rooms developed right now to show off. So this room is the first real combat room. Rats actually roaming around that can kill you. And there's a pickup. This one's not going to be right here when we actually finish the game, but it's here so I can show you. Dialogue thing pops up when you hit E to pick it up, and you can sort of be spoon-fed the story through this. And, you know, there's some nice little spelling mistakes in there right now. Nice and candid. This is the big room that I've worked on so far. I'm going to try to move quickly through it, because as you'll already notice, there's a lot of rats spawned in already, because right now there is no limit to the spawner, and even when you're 100 miles away, it is still spawning rats. So it's kind of a horrible system right now that we need to fix. But here's the pickup in this tube. It's the double jump, which is arguably my favorite one, actually. I think it's the most fun to play with. But yeah, so the spawning just gets out of control, which is kind of fun because it makes the game harder the longer you, like, wait around, which actually encourages more fast-paced, wow, gameplay. But it's not entirely the best system right now, because rooms that you haven't even been to yet will be spawning tons of rats before you even know that room exists. So we need to work on a sort of like proximity spawning thing. But anyways, so this area here is a little platforming area that you can only get to right now with the double jump pickup. So there's sort of a like order of operations. Wow, I just cannot speak today. Of course, I've just found a way to kill all of these rats from a distance, which I do not endorse. I think you should run around and be scared when you play this game, but for demoing purposes, I am trying to clean it up a little bit. So there's this platforming area, and first of all, there's a health pickup, which is extremely nice. And second of all, I missed the jump. So I'm going to sprint back over to that really fast. There's a couple more pickups in this room that I want to show off, and then I'm going to talk about some other stuff. You'll also notice that the music has stopped. So the music isn't looping right now, note to self, so I'll need to fix that at some point. This is rat DNA. It makes you run faster, and it makes you jump higher. It makes you more rat-like, but it makes you shorter, which objectively makes the game much more terrifying because the rats are like almost the height of the player now. This is probably the strongest power-up in the game. It lets you fire the gun as fast as you can click. So all of a sudden, it is way easier to deal with 50, 60, 100 rats, however many have spawned. So it'll probably be a sort of end-game pickup that you can sort of... I think it changes the whole game. I think once you get this, there's sort of some replayability, because possibly there will be a whole bunch of rats spawned in across the whole map that you could sort of test your new gunfire speed on. But yeah, that's sort of all we've got right now. There is this next room, which is not finished at all, but it's got some crazy lighting. So, of course, a double jump is not enough to get up that, but, yeah. That's really bright. Holy crap. So, that is sort of the gameplay right now. This is the sort of world map. From the outside, you've got this tube where you start at, the tutorial area, and then the paths split, and there's several different areas you can go through. So different areas will have different abilities that you can find and pick up. So depending on where you go, you'll actually have a different game and an entirely different, like, platforming and different stuff to fight to an extent. I mean, it's all rats, but no matter which path you take, you will end up at the boss room at the end, with however many abilities you took the time to get. So really, the game can be as easy or as difficult as you want it to be, which is something we talked about. Like, we don't want to force the player to explore the whole game, but we will reward them if they do. So yeah, that's sort of what we've got right now. We just gotta fill the rest of these places. Next video, I think, is gonna be a little more lengthy. I think it'll be a full sort of playthrough, start to finish, and just talking about everything from the beginning to the end of the project, because we got like 6 weeks of work here to sort of reflect on, you know, 1 day a week, but same whatevers. But yeah, that's where we're at. We have one more session, and then Rat Rumble's done for good. So yeah, if this was at all entertaining or not unbearable, give me a like, give me a view, which you've already done, give me a subscribe, maybe share it with someone, I don't know, ask a question in the comments. Yeah, thanks for watching.